I gonna steal this thing? Hello? The swimming in a giant cold tub is fun. Yeah, swim in it. I don't mind the water being cold when I'm swimming, honestly. If anything, it's kind of preferable, because then your body doesn't overheat 3 seconds into being in the water.
That's a common symptom of depression. Anything else to add?
I don't know. What what are you looking for? I mean, what?
Never tell me what to do.
Just trying to see if there are any other symptoms. Do you find yourself feeling fatigued or having low energy often?
Yes.
I'm a god of war.
Do you have any trouble concentrating, or do you feel restless?
Skilled.
Often.
Was this pig here before?
And how's your appetite? Do you find yourself eating too much or too little?
Probably too little. I usually only eat like 1 meal a day.
I'm slowly starting to realize you might have something deeper going on here.
And what's that?
It's called being a Twitch streamer.
Or you just being getting bullied. Bullied? What evidence do you have of that? Is this some kind of joke?
Yo.
Trust me, I'm not the joking type. Tira's been on the popular
Alex
website
report a moderator
lately
for
because
crimes
it's the only
against
place there's
streaming.
social support from.
Believe you.
No. Not in 2007 or whatever.
Jay's trying to get me permanently banned from
the joking type.
Twitch
She's
by
holed up in his room right
playing
now.
copyrighted clips.
Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Ah! Social welfare or equality? Yes.
But it's okay because it's the clips are a 6-year-old girl that is obsessed with. It's 3 and an AI. Oh, that makes it much better. Never mind, guys. Oh wait, he needs intelligence. 1 second. Hold up a second. Bulljiff could use some intelligence. Okay, he also gets his blinding strike thing. My brain hurts when an AI talks over the top of someone. Deb, listen, I don't disagree, but it's too late to stop Jace now. I gotta give him something for having to endure another 30 days of Wrath of the Righteous, okay? Your respect and admiration isn't enough. And not respecting anything. Yeah, fucking right. Good meme. I respect things. I respect Larian Games and their founder Sven Vinke. I respect Gaben. Sorry, but there was a clip of that dude. Wait, what dude? He respects money and money going into his pocket. I also respect women. Oh, the free trial all the way, nice. Well, he got uncancelled now, so that's fine. Rich has gotten uncancelled, so that's fine. What? Yeah, the woman that was that accused him of sexual assault dropped the lawsuit. So that means that he's right, right? Isn't that how that works? If you don't successfully win the lawsuit, then that means that means it didn't happen, right? I'll just get this spelling strike. What if he couldn't sexualize her because he's actually gay? Your Honor, my client is clearly a homosexual. Well, that's not how I see things, but okay. You don't think that just because this chick couldn't win that lawsuit, which has been going on for several years, which was probably extremely expensive, and she might not have the money for it, and also, you know, obviously it happened a long while ago, and also proving sexual assault is really difficult. You think because of all of those factors, well, because of all of that, you think that he might actually still be guilty? No way. No. What? What the heck? That's what you think, Deb? No way. No way. Surely not, right? I can't tell if you're being so. You cannot tell if that is sarcasm. You have trouble telling if that was sarcasm. I hope it is. You guys need to go to sarcasm school. Harpool. He's the only one that can get Harpool. What the hell? That's crazy. You're like double or triple layering it on. Thank you. I appreciate that. Not affected by target spell resistance, and there's no save? Oh. This is kinda good, what the hell? Regardless of anything people think about Rich Campbell in this situation, whether or not people, it has to be said. I think that his reaction to this was extremely guilty. I've never seen anyone appear so guilty from a reaction, right? Like when what's House of Cardman calling in? House of Cards actor. When Kevin Spacey was accused, and he immediately was like, "I didn't do this. I'm innocent." Blah blah. Like he went like on the offensive to be like, "I did not do this." I got the it was hard to get a clear vibe of whether or not he was guilty or not. But then there was a lawsuit. He got acquitted by jury at least one time, maybe multiple times. So jury people acquitted him. You could be like, okay, probably innocent, right? In the Rich Campbell case, whether or not he did it, his immediate reaction extremely guilty. The immediate reaction of everyone around him made him seem even more guilty, right? Like all the people were like, "Oh yeah, you guys don't even know. Like there's so much information that we have, right?" So everything that we've seen leans extremely guilty. But ultimately, he has not been successfully accused of anything. He hasn't lost the trial. So if people want to believe that it's innocent, whatever, right? Like
amazing.
Yo, Soapy, what's up? Perfect drama timing. How are you doing? How's your stream? What were you up to? My mimesis. Yo! It's God of War.
Wait. What's the...
Game.
It's invisible!
Nice.
Is this how fast mopeds get?
Yakuza?
Jesus Christ!
That was Yakuza, right?
Before you can run away, you hear the door open behind you. Come inside, please.
Stardew
Any
Valley!
snacks? John picks up the spell from the ground. Just finished making some tea and scones. Would you like some? Snacks! Yes, I consider myself a connoisseur of scones and tea.
Dude,
You
Stardew
go
Valley
into
is
the
so
restaurant
cool.
with John and see a fresh cup of tea and a scone sitting on a table.
Nice.
A reinforced
Skyrim.
collar. I'll take that. It's mine now.
I love Skyrim.
What?
What? What is that?
Well. What the heck? Aw.
Hancock, don't you dare sit. No!
Nice.
No, Hancock, why? He's your cool friend. What are you doing?
That JD Vance lover.
No, why? Hancock, why are you sitting on that? No, don't sit on
Alright. Thank you for the raid, Sophie. I gotta run and grab my food. I'll be back in 2 minutes, everyone.
Oh my.
Do more shoutouts or whatever. BRB. Actually, I don't want to BRB. I'll be back in just a second. Stop!
OMG, Khaled, why are you so bad at chess? You make me so embarrassed to be a human. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Peace be upon you. How are you doing? I predict that you will be able to get my rook with your next move. Checkmate. You lose. I'm going to decimate you with my amazing modern chess style. You're just no match for me. You are going down. You are going to die. You are a terrible player and I'm beating you easily. I'm going to win this game easily. I think I'm going to win this game, Khaled. Your moves are pretty bad and you're making a lot of mistakes. I am going to crush you like a bug. I am going to checkmate you so quickly that you'll think you're playing a game. If you want me to be a pet AI, get a goldfish.
Goldfish aren't as smart as you.
Hey, that was mean. Consider it lucky you survived the night.
That was not mean, bro. I was being nice to you. What is your problem?
You're calling me out and being mean. I don't appreciate it.
I'm not being mean to you.
Nearly every person who has called me bro ended up no longer being drawn breath.
What?
What is currently happening in Ohio right now? There is currently a school shooting taking place in Ohio in the US.
Wow, I love 3-year-old
My
anime
condolences
girls.
to those affected by this.
Let's see. Sorry about that. The other one was Hidden Dragon or some Chinese based game. I played an early access game called Mimesis. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Looks kind of interesting. Was it fun? I guess I'll add it to my wish list. I mean, I see co-op survival horror. That sounds cool. Sounds like something the Friday gang could play. We all love co-op horror. Memsis, and it was fucking awesome. Oh, cool, great. And us hosts about to burn the damn house down. And there's a school shooting going on in Ohio. You heard it here first. Every time my people play Mimesis with, it takes your voice from previous games and makes you confused. Oh, it's one of those games. Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much for it, Soapy. Super appreciate it. Hope you had a fantastic video game stream. Everyone, please go check Soapy out. Hit the follow button, all that good stuff. Endaline here, winning broadcaster, currently 38 days into our Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous playthrough. Obvious spoiler warning if anyone, for some reason, is worried about spoilers. We're almost halfway through the game, guys. I promise. How righteous? I'm the most righteous. I'm rad and righteous. That sounds like a looked like a fun game, though. I mean, I could only see the pictures of it, but definitely looked pretty cool. I'll just pick these ranged touch attacks. Makes sense to me. We're currently leveling all our characters up, which is a little bit of an ordeal, to say the least. It's very punishing at its current state. I like punishing games. I like GTFO, and that's like GTFO is like peak punishment. I guess I should go for spell penetration, huh? Double access there will probably be more improvements in the future, yeah. I mean, it looked, it already looked pretty decent, so I like the graphical style of it. Seems like it's likely to be a fun game moving forwards. There's a lot of games like that coming out now, though. I guess a lot of the like friend swap horror stuff after Lethal Company. Not that I'm complaining. I love those games. I'm not playing Lethal Company. I thought Lethal Company was pretty good. It did get a little bit boring eventually, but that happens. There is grab Sirocco. Is that what I'm doing here? Sure. Actually, let me grab Acid Fog, I guess. Manticore shape. Oh, let's get something new at this level. Doesn't seem to be the case. First attack with bow, your first attack, we don't care about that. Shift or rush, we don't care about that. Snapshot, I guess we can pick up snapshot. What was I talking about earlier? For the glorious Rich Campbell situation, one of what 4, 5, 6 scandals on Twitch happening right now. I've lost count. I don't even know how many scandals we have at the same time. We have the Hassan scandal, we have the Miskiv scandal, we have the Emery scandal, we have that chick that like sexual assaulted someone at TwitchCon scandal. And then we have the rich gamble scandal all happening at the same time. Pretty good. For the Rich Campbell situation, I was saying that regardless of how people feel about Rich Campbell, I think it's crazy that this dude got thrown under the bus by everyone, and he's just like coming back now, and people that literally threw this guy under a bus are just like, oh wow, welcome back, Rich. I knew you were innocent all along. Like Asmongold hardcore threw this dude under the bus. He like throwing under the bus is like minimizing it even. Asmongold he tied this guy up, he threw him under the bus, and then he kicked him while he was under there, you know what I mean? And now Asmon's right, hey, welcome back, Rich. It's like, dude, the fact that Rich is even like willing to engage with these people is crazy to me. People believe whatever is most community believe. Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying, like, regardless of what people believe, it's crazy to me that Rich is willing to just let his people pretend like nothing happened. And it's crazy to me that people even do that, right? Like Asmon threw this dude under the bus, and now he's just gonna be like, he's just gonna pretend nothing happened. That's insane to me. Actually crazy. Actually oinking! Actually oinking! Actually crazy to me. Oh, and you said you think he's an icon. Does he need people to be on his side, especially publicly? Sure, yeah. Still though, I don't know. I feel like the level of like principles and like self-respect there is like, if anything, it makes me more convinced that he's guilty, and it makes me more convinced that he has no spine. If there were accusations against me and one of you motherfuckers threw me under the bus, never again would I speak to you. It will be game over. I don't care if I get proven innocent and you apologize, whatever. No shot. He's an assaulter, clearly has no morals. Like that stuff is just crazy to me. I would throw you under the bus in a heartbeat, yeah, and I would never speak to you again. We would never converse ever again. It would never happen. I'll throw you under the bus right now. You can't. I haven't done anything. Like, Asmongold went out there and said, like, oh, there's, you know, this is just the beginning. He was like, there's even more scandals. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Literally his words, basically. Literally his words, basically. Think about that for a second. Think about what I just said for a second there. Did I give in to someone else or something? Didn't I have a +8? Didn't I have one more +8? Defend Endaline system if chat logs leaked. Noted, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, please. And where's the information was referred to? Well, he never got released. Basically, the stuff came out about Rich, and everyone threw him on the bus. We're like, oh yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much. This is so much worse than you guys think it is. Like, you guys don't even understand how bad this is. And then we heard nothing for like 3 years, and now Rich is back, and people like Asmon who hardcore just juked this guy over if he's innocent, right? Like, hardcore mess this guy up. Are like, hey, welcome back, man. Good to see you again. It's like, oh, all right. The thing I brought all together was the mutual interest in assaulting women. I mean, it's three out of the like 10 creators they have turned out to be abusers. So crazy to me. Why is it so difficult for people to not assault someone? Why is that so hard for people? Especially when you're in such a good position, right? Like, if you're already a super wealthy, mega successful streamer, there's probably let's say like 9 out of 10 of people you're interested in, you would like to engage with, are probably willing to do it, right? Why the hell are you assaulting people? It makes no sense. Power, yeah, of course. I mean, it's brain damage, but I don't think like what I just said made it sound like I think there's like cases where it makes sense. Obviously, it's never okay to do. But I feel like on the scale of like where you can like where you might be able to rationalize it, I literally can't rationalize it when you're in that position. It's insane to me. People are just fucked up, yeah. But it's also beyond the point, right? The point is just that they threw this dude super hard under the bus. They threw Rich super hard under the bus. If he's innocent, they fucked him over completely. If he isn't, then you know, they just fucked him over. And now it's just like buddy mode again. It's like, hey, what's up, man? Welcome back, buddy. The money that would be outlets to pursue where you could not hurt people. Yeah, but I mean, it's a little bit of that, like it's a little bit of that, like people want the thing they can't get, right? It's like when people asked back in the day when Belle Delphine was doing all those like, she was doing all this like content where she was like, it was just lewd content but no nude content, and people are like, why are people paying, you know, millions of dollars for this thing when they can literally get nude content of other girls online, right? People are more interested in the like, in the girl that didn't show herself nude, rather than the girls that did, right? It's kind of the same thing where it's like people always want the thing that they can't get. That's the most alluring. Like in Japan, there are like clubs where it pretends to be a train you molest girls, like their employees. That's the theme. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm getting like neck shivers. It's like a safe place to do that kind of crap instead of just attacking random women. It's gross. I mean, if it somehow prevents people from doing it in real life, I guess good service. But I wonder if I don't know. Maybe it would. That's insane though. I don't know what to pick here. I actually have no idea what to pick. I saw a streamer on into it in a clip and was like, WTF, what the hell? What the hell? Is that hard to control? Apparently. I don't even think it is self-control necessarily, right? It's just you just have to have like a disregard for other people. Like, if I was gonna make like a tier list of why I wouldn't do that, there'd be a lot of things on that list. Where you put like it's illegal at the bottom, right? I put it's illegal. I put that at the bottom because that's like the least important reason why you wouldn't do anything, right? Like I don't care if it's legal or not. And then at the top I probably put like I don't want to like harm other people. People have trouble with intrusive thoughts. Go to therapy instead of that club. Yeah, I mean, but. I completely agree with you, but if it helps, I would be okay with it. You know what I mean? Like if it turns out that having an outlet for that type of stuff in a environment where you can do it consensually, then I'd be like, all right, sure, whatever, great, good. abortion consensual people do something consensual that helps everyone. Cool. No, I would not care, right? But I don't know if it does or not. I don't know if there's studies on that or whatever. I don't know what to pick here. What do I pick here? I'd love to read that study. Japan sex train study. I think a really weird part is that, especially for people that are so high profile, right? It's weird that they think they can get away with it. Like, I don't know how you are someone in a, you know, you're a huge streamer, and you're assaulting like 10 different girls, and you think you can just somehow get away with it. That's insane, right? I'll just go for. I guess I'll just get some random stuff here. I'm like pretty lost, so I'll just get lightning reflexes. Sounds good to me. I'll go Iron Will. But hey, what a wacky world we live in, huh? For me, I might as well go out and commit some assault to keep up with the meta. I don't know if writing that in Twitch chat is a good idea, but I guess we'll find out. We got to add in Minecraft. Rapier? I was gonna have my stream message on Blue Sky and Discord be like, but I wrote this and I was like, you know what, that feels a little, it just feels like too on the nose and no one wants to read that. I was like, I wrote like, I'm gonna do something crazy controversial on stream today. I'm gonna not abuse my dog and respect women or not be a sex pest towards women. I was like, I don't think anyone wants to read that. I think there's enough on people's plates without me adding more shit to the to the pot. You know what I mean? Well, I said it. Crazy how Deb. Right here on Twitch, I would not abuse my dog, and I would also not be a sex pest towards women. I don't know what to pick. I don't know what to do with my life. I just can't be able to comprehend how these people think. Yeah, it's pretty mind-boggling. Aura of Righteousness. Ooh, okay. It's pretty cool. Selective channel. We could do improved critical for a sword, I guess. Even when you hear about like $1 million companies acting the same way, it just blows my mind how broken these people's brains are. I mean, I guess I don't think they said that the more powerful you are, the more you feel like you can just do anything you want and get away with anything, right? I don't say anything else shield related anymore, so I think I'm shielded up as much as I can be. I think the reaction is weird to me too. I don't understand like the reaction and stuff from like regular old people. It feels like everyone handles these situations in like the worst ways imaginable. Right, that was a gray boar, right? Yeah, gray boar. I will say though, and I mean about this on Discord multiple times, I do hate when people do the "I knew it" thing. Every time there's a scandal with anyone, there's always a bunch of people going, "I knew it. I was saying this the entire time." Like, dude, give me a break with that. Everyone thinks they know everything. You see a dude, and you have to get like a bad vibe. You see 10 people, and you get a bad vibe from 9 of them, and then it turns out one of those people you get a bad vibe from was bad, and you're like, I knew it. I called it, guys. Like, people's ability to discern whether or not someone's a bad dude based on like a few actions or like some behaviors they didn't like or whatever is like minuscule. I could just go last stand. I'll just last stand. Makes sense to me. Zoziel, people are always looking for a reason to validate that they have towards someone else. Yeah. And it's valid to hate someone. It's just not valid to be like. I think it's valid to be like. I don't like this person for X reason. I don't think it's valid to be like, I knew that guy was a sexual abuser. Like, what do you mean you knew? Like, oh, it was a look. I could just tell by the way he behaved. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? Oh, we should go for abundant. Not enduring spells. Wait, no, we already have a greater abundant casting on this feller. I get that vibe from you, and I can't wait to say I knew it when when your scandal drops. Hell yeah. You're like, I knew it, and then people start posting the clips of me saying, guys, I'm a pervert and a sex pest and a racist. Guys, I am all of those things. They're like, wow, you knew that, how damn. You got some really good ability to read people there, Hodges. Guys, I am a pervert. Guys, I'm a racist. I'm racist. How could Jace have known? Do I just go Die Hard here as well? Is that the play? Well, I guess this is the play. Getting an animal companion is probably the actual play, but I don't want to do that. In my case, I knew before you started streaming, so I actually did already know. Guys, I'm a pervert. Please, I'm trying to warn you all. Guys, I'm warning you guys. I am a pervert. You get a combat bonus feat. We'll just do some last standing, I think. Last standing seems just like a great one to have on literally every character. And when it turns out I was a pervert and a sex pest and a racist, you guys gonna be like, what the hell? There were no signs. There was no way for us to tell that this was happening. Why did I get extend on why did I get extend on Mr. Man here? Probably a good reason for that, right? One of you dudes told me to pick that for some reason, and I've completely forgotten why.
We should move.
Got a whole library of clips shouting it out to the world. Is how you start and end all your streams. We had no way to tell that Endaline was racist. There was no way to know. Huh. I got through desired again. Well, transfer. What's up? I'm a sex pervert and racist. I think I'll pick that cleaving shot because she does range attacks, right? So it counts, I think. Yeah. Then, like, I knew stuff reminds me of the like body language stuff people do. Where it's like I could tell by the body language. His body language in Endaline pinching his shin beard made me realize he was nervous right now. He didn't want people to go down this line of thinking. I'll go for this thing, the bigger they are. Makes sense, I think. Endaline was clearly uncomfortable. She has her mythical beasts. She has tower shield stuff. I think last time probably makes most sense there too. Alright, hold on. We're just gonna check spells. This is a clip I knew, and that was the sex pervert. We saw this on Watch This stream yesterday. It was one of the shadow clips. Why so many prayers? What was I thinking about there? The eyebrow wiggle told me everything. I wish I could do proper Asmongold eyebrows. I have not selected spells associated for a while, huh? We're about to take this boy out though, so we better pick some stuff. Oh. So a cool spell. I'll keep one mage armor, I guess. There, just has a couple of these see invisibility spells. I don't know what to do here. I guess mirror image makes more sense. Visibility has really not been a problem at all since early game. Hi. Animal aspect greater. I really thought that was a good spell, huh? I was really happy with that one, huh? Perfect. Sure, grab a cure right wound, sure. I don't need these at all. These are useless, but I can do this. Sure. Whatever going on here, probably perfect. That's great. Everyone loves that. Some cure light wound mass, perfect. Everyone loves cure light wound mass. Put more of that in there. Actually, put some breath of life in there. This, great. Love it. Keep it up. I was going to say, you know, the spell pretty low, but hey, if you're desperate, you're desperate. Might as well try it, right? Tsunami. Oh, that was just it. Yeah, sure. Keep that. Oh, whatever this is, I'll take it. Cool.
I do what I must.
Parting bigly. Big. Okay, so We're dropping ritual. We're putting Zosiel in to find the black mass dude. I may be a Regilla, but I am not a Regile. I think the black mass dude is supposed to be here somewhere. And the slave trade. Red mask. Slave.
I'm gone.
Oh, there's a thing here too, what the hell? I mean, I don't want. I don't really want to run through this entire area again, and nothing is marked on the map, so. Water man in black mask. This is in the flesh markets. Where the hell? Where are the flesh markets at? Water flesh markets. Oh, you gotta go higher up into the town. Okay. Goes elevator. I don't like that. I don't like using elevators. I don't like that. I may be a Regil, but I am not a Regile. I'll go fight in the arena first then. Do a little arena
We
fighting.
do it my way.
So we're 3 hours into the stream, and what I've done today is I did one fight, then I read a bunch of dialogue and leveled up.
Speak with your actions, not your words.
Oops, oh well.
Your orders, Commander.
I'm off.
A handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls casual towards the demon surgeon. Oh, Master Stitches, artist of scalpel and genius of surgical profession, tell me, is your heart free? The young man has a gloved puppet in his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises up and begins to ventriloquize loudly. His voice is surprisingly deep. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? Are you trying to flirt with them? The young man gives you a sly wink and continues his conversation with the demon. No, I would not say that my heart is free right now. It contains 3 copper rods, 200 grams of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of lamia liver extract. He pauses and gives the young man an appraising glance. But I could give you an hour or 2 of my time for something other than dinner. Has anyone ever told you that you have beautiful smooth skin? I happen to be in need of some. The young man deftly steps aside to avoid the demon's outstretched claws. He jots something down in his notebook. The hell?
I finished here. Is there more?
The hell? I don't know where that guy went. A demon in blood-splattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh into his apron's pockets. His fingers are fitted with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as he slides them against one another like scissors. He looks up in your direction with an insane grin, and his voice makes your skin crawl. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer? Or are you here because you want to become more powerful? Demon glances briefly at Orishale. I remember you. You used to fight here, always demanded that I restore your skin to its original smooth, unblemished state, and always tried to get a discount or ran away without paying. Well, it looks to me like you have an entirely new face. It's an almost perfect replica of your old one. But something's changed, something imperceptible. You performed such subtle artistry on you. How much did you pay? Orishale glances at you with an enigmatic smile. I really have changed, Stitcher. You cannot begin to fathom the price I've had to pay for the transformation, but it happened without the help of a scalpel. Can you make me stronger? The healer looks at you eagerly. You hear the shrill screech of metal against metal as he rubs his steel claws together excitedly. Ah, for 30,000 gold, I'd stitch you up into something better. Much, much better. Orishale gives you a worried glance. Please don't do that. By joining your flesh with the flesh of a creature from the abyss, you allow its corruption to taint you. I've seen them graft the body parts of demons onto mortals just for fun. The mortals could not withstand this wicked corruption. Their souls became evil. The demon grins, then gives Ember an appraising glance. I can fix you too, give you new fingers. Would you like that, sweetie? The healer's beady little eyes glisten, and you hear the rasping sound of his knife-like fingers as he rubs them together impatiently. Ember shakes her head with an embarrassed smile. You are so kind and caring, but no, thank you. I don't need new fingers. You could try stitching them onto someone else, please. Will you give them to someone who really needs them? Does she not have fingers? What the hell? Are you sure? Alright, fine. This mad scientist, sir. Let me offer myself up as a subject for experimentation. Feel free to carve me up and stitch me back together as you see fit. Demon sizes Nenio up and nods approvingly. You'll do nicely. The price is still the same, 30,000 gold, but we'll talk about that later. No deal. Who are you? I'm the most important person in the battle, Bliss. I'm a healer, or as they call me, a stitcher. They drag those poor bleeding fools from the arena so I can stitch them together piece by piece. And I do mean that quite literally, since most of them are in pieces by the time they get to me. At first I simply reattach the severed limbs of wounded fighters. Now, however, my methods are far more interesting. Someone from Nauticula's inner circle taught me the secret of grafting flesh. By combining the flesh of different gladiators, I create the strongest, craftiest, and most talented fighters. Oh yes, in these chambers, invincible gladiators are born. I'm so close to achieving perfection, soon my methods will produce better results than the hindering crystals. The hindering crystals. The hindering crystals are something of a legend here in Alexandria. Almost no one knows what they actually are or how to get their hands on them. It all started with a few demons here in the city. These demons suddenly became very powerful in a very short period of time. Their transformation happened almost overnight. According to the rumors, these demons received their incredible powers from the hindering crystals. Now all of Alexandria is crazed for these crystals. They're all anyone talks about these days. And all the merchants know that if you call your goods the hindering, you can easily double the initial price of your wares. I can just help a healer. Oh. Okay, let's save and put Nenio to the experiment to see what happens. Make Nenio stronger. Please follow me. You will drown in an ocean of pain, but you'll emerge from it renewed. You're surprised the surgery takes place in a complete silence. When Nenio returns, she looks distant and emotionless. How do you feel? Fine, I think. She raises her dull eyes to you. When the mad scientist's claws cut into me, I blocked out the pain. Actually, I forgot the pain even existed. If I'm completely honest, I even forgot that I was part of an experiment. Such an awkward situation. Maybe I should do it again? Oh no, that's enough for you. Your body already bears the marks of my genius. The demon turns to you with a smirk. I've already painted on this canvas. I bet it's worth the cost. Nenio nods, but then she shrugs uncertainly. I presume it was. It's hard to say for sure because I don't remember anything. Still, I hope that in the near future, I'll observe the effects of this surgical intervention so that I can write an article about it for the encyclopedia. I would be disappointed if the experiment failed due to the forgetfulness of the subject. Okay, so what is this, like a long-term bad? I was thinking maybe we should get some, like, immediate ability from it. I'm gonna assume this probably just turns her evil, would be my guess. Which I don't think I want. When I heal, you're a butcher. Neo smiles proudly. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I'm indeed quite proficient with an axe and a cleaver, and of course I'm very good with the thin blade that I use for the dissections of the jugular vein. You know, not every specimen turns out to be viable, and I have such a soft, tender, and compassionate nature. I just can't bear to watch others suffer. True, true, true. A stern but tired-looking tiefling observes you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He's carrying a large bag, and every once in a while it moves and twitches and there's something inside. Welcome to Battle Bliss Arena. My name is Seklex. I'm the arena steward. Irmangaleth is the master of the arena, but I helped him manage its affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fights or participate in them? The tiefling has surprisingly open on his face. After all these demons, he looks strangely normal. The tiefling looks at you up and down with the calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job with diligence. Judging by the look of you, you belong to the category of lightweight, highly mobile fighters. You remind me of Atselm. She's one of the arena starters, a skilled assassin, agile and sneaky. Your instincts in patterns, so if you want to build a successful gladiator career, sooner or later you'll have to fight Atselm and challenge her superiority. If you're interested in that, of course. Irmangleth. I remember a demon called Irmangleth. He was a vile, cunning murderer. He had a way with words that was just as deadly as his skill in battle. There's a rustling sound from within the tiefling's bag. An imp peeks his head out to look at you. He has large, drooping ears and stares at you with his huge, unblinking eyes. Then, as he's suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes from sight. I want all of Alexandria to know my name. I want you to arrange to match for me against your strongest gladiator. Now it's your turn to be a gladiator. I'd like to talk to Irmangeleth. The imp pokes his head out of the bag in surprise. You seem to have aroused his curiosity. His sad, drooping ears perk up with excitement, and he stares at you with his big round eyes. You should speak with Irmangaleth? I'm afraid that's impossible. Irmangaleth never communicates with anyone except his most trusted aides, and Golderfangs is under strict orders to kill anyone who tries to talk to his master without his permission. Irmangaleth believes that minimizing his contact with the outside world will make the audience in the arena want him even more. I'd like to know more about you. The tiefling smiles wryly and addresses the imp in his bag. You see, Crow? This is why we work so hard to climb the ranks. We want to be important, and now look, this stranger wants to know all about us. I guess that means we're finally a big deal. Who are you? I'm the arena steward. My position is prestigious, but my success is hard-earned. My life has not been easy. I grew up on the streets of Alexandria. I was a street urchin, an orphan. I'm the result of an act of violence committed against a helpless slave woman. I've always been weak. I've always been surrounded by those who are bigger and stronger than me. All my life I've had to rely on my wits to survive. Out on the streets, I scrounged around for food and tried to avoid becoming someone else's snack. Fortunately, I had someone else to look out for me. The tiefling takes a small piece of dried meat and holds it close to the bag. The quick as a flash, his scrawny paw darts from the bag and snatches up the treat. Crow's been my companion for a long time. He's also part of my partner in business. Together we saved up our money, one coin at a time. We made allies and sought out opportunities for advancement. We worked hard to climb the ranks of society. In the beginning, our goal was simple. Never starve again, never live in poverty again, and never fear for our lives again. Trust me, those goals aren't easy to accomplish here in the Abyss. You have to be very influential in the city to achieve any of those things. But we managed to make our goals a reality. In fact, we've been doing quite well for ourselves here in Alexandria. What's your role here? In Mangalet is an artist, not a clerk. That's why I have so many responsibilities. I search for new fighters, I make fight charts and arrange the fights so that the opponents are evenly matched, and of course I organize all the matches. Unfortunately, my master has the habit of interfering with my work. He's been very involved lately, and as a result, the fights have been terrible. The combat turns into meaningless carnage, there's no skill nor strategy involved. And of course, no one wants to place bets on fights like that. Everyone already knows who's going to win. There aren't even fights anymore. There is public executions. That's also a form of entertainment, of course. But it's not what the audience wants. You don't look like you belong in the Abyss. The imp peeks out of the bag and the tiefling grins as he pats his companion's tiny head. That's because I like to stay organized. When I was growing up, I made mental lists of all my possessions, my money, my enemies and allies, my schedule and my goals. I was weaker than everyone else and these mental calculations helped me to survive. It was the only advantage I had, the only way I could gain the upper hand. And keeping lists became a habit. I found that it disciplines the mind and keeps my thoughts organized. I am an accountant by nature, and my ability to bring order to a place where chaos reigns has turned out to be a profitable skill. Was that imp hiding in your bag? The tiefling smiles as we already answered this, by the way, but sure. The little creature peeks curiously out from his bag. His big dripping ears, a small round face, and big round eyes that gaze at you curiously. This is Crow, he's my business partner. He also happens to be my familiar. I have no idea how he wound up in the Abyss, but he's not had an easy time of it, either. If our paths hadn't crossed, we'd both be dead by now. He's probably the only one I can trust. It is odd to see an imp and infernal creature here in the Abyss. The fundamental chaotic energy of this place must be repugnant to a creature born on the plane of order and evil. Your imp is an infernal creature. How has he managed to survive here in the Abyss? It's nice to meet a person who knows the difference between an imp and a quasit. Yeah, Crow is a devil, though a lesser one. I have no idea how he ended up here, but the time we met he was extremely unwell. Staying in the Abyss is not much easier for him than staying underwater would be for a mortal. That's how I spent the first real money I managed to earn here. On this fine stolen to order bag. It's had magic symbols sewn inside it that makes it interior bearable for Crow. I'd like to know more about the battle bliss. What would you like to know? The arena's operations are simple. It functions like a pyramid. The spectators are at the lowest level, regular gladiators are on the next tier, followed by the members of the Endaline League. The champion towers above them all, and the master of the arena stands on his shoulders like an omnipotent god. Tell me more about what happens in the arena. The Battleblaze is a gladiatorial arena. You must understand, fights are a big deal in Alexandria. They are the city's primary source of gossip and entertainment. But they're much more than that. These gladiatorial matches serve as a kind of ritual, a daily offering to a demonic way of life. And these daily offerings, these rituals, are performed in the Battleblaze. In a way, it's more of a temple than an arena. The arena is the only reason the city is still standing. Without the Battleblaze, the demons would have brought Alexandria to ruins long ago, but instead of tearing down the city with their rage and their desire for slaughter, they come here to quench their thirst for blood. You see, the arena gives them a sort of release. It allows them to satiate their lust for violence. Who runs this place? His name is Irmangaleth. He's a Cambion. He was born in the Abyss as the offspring of an incubus and a mortal woman. Incubi are natural persuasive, but Irmangaleth's father was especially skilled at using his words to manipulate and control. While his son inherited his silver tongue, his ability to influence the crowd is unmatched. With just the sound of his voice, he can instantly instigate a riot or make a screaming group of demons fall silent and listen to his every word. When he warms up the audience, the spectators are ready to jump into the arena and fight the gladiators himself. Who's the strongest fighter in the arena? The champion's title is currently held by an incubus named Galderfang. Thought I have What I know of this guy. He's the deadliest of the Irmangalet's fighters and serves as his bodyguard. He's a true artisan of death and destruction. Of course, there are other fighters in the Abyss who are more dangerous, but no one can kill like he does. He makes every death exquisite, and prolongs the agony of and suffering of his opponents. He can transform any fighter into a spectacular show. He turns the combat into performance and knows how to create a dramatic spectacle out of the most mundane match. There are only two things Gallifrey wants in life, pleasure and murder. They are his obsession, and he feeds that obsession every time he steps into the arena. After all, everyone in Alexandria knows his name, and the audience yells it at the top of their lungs every time he kills one of his rivals. What is the Endaline League? It's an odd name, I admit, but it's keeping with the latest trends. The Hindrian is a very popular word in Alexandria these days. The Hindrian League is led by the arena's current champion, Golderfang, and only the very best gladiators can become members. The fighters of the league belong to Irmangalet, but not all of them are demons. Alexandria serves as a crossroads between multiple worlds, and fighters come from many different planes to perform in the arena. I've heard of the Hindrian crystals. Do you get them if you're a member of the league? Sextet gives a faint smile. They'd like you to believe that, but no, the members of the Hindrian League are no different than the Hindrian booze vendor in the tavern, or the Hindrian whip supplier at the flesh markets. None of them actually have the access to the crystals. I've heard the Hindrian crystals contain immense power. Golderfang would love to have one, and there are rumors that Irmangalet promised him a crystal in exchange for his service as a bodyguard. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that Irmangalet was lying. For sure, even he knows how to get his hands on the Hindrian crystal. Oh man, I have to go. The tiefling falls silent. He looks at you as though he's calculating something in his head. Finally, he responds, "If that's your true goal, you will have to defeat the current champion. If you kill Golderfang, your name will be on everyone's lips, but you'll have to prove yourself if you want to face the champion. A fight with Golderfang is a big deal here in Alexandria, and only members of the Hindrian League, the elite gladiators of the Battle Bliss, are considered to be worthy opponents. Killing others just to entertain spectators, these Abyss creeps. These creeps of the Abyss sow death and destruction in such careless, casual manner. But it's extremely difficult to join the league. You have to stay an active member and take their place, so if you wish to fight the champion, you'll have to spend a lot of time in the arena. However, if you would like, I could arrange a fight between you and another newcomer. If you can prove yourself in battle, I will be able to find a match against a more reputable opponent." Very well, I'll prove myself. I'll fight another newcomer. I'm ready. Your luck, for the past couple of days, Irmangalet has been obsessed with recruiting new talent. He wants to introduce a promising new fighter into the arena. I think you could play the part perfectly. Irmangalet may even give you a chance to earn a place in the Hindrian League. Or if you do become a candidate for membership, be careful. You'll likely be matched up against a very dangerous opponent. Who's my opponent? The tiefling looks questioningly at the imp who is speaking off in the bag. The imp shrugs and waves his hand dismissively before disappearing again. Teklik turns back to you. Some nameless newcomer. Will it be a fight to the death? Of course! Every fight must end in the death of the gladiator. It's the most important part of the show. Many of our spectators come here just to watch the gladiators finish off their fallen opponents. They want to see the spectacular death scenes and cunning coup de grace. Of course, some fighters survive the ordeal and can be pieced back together, but I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. Oops. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet to death with a sweet kiss. But still, slay all of your opponents and return alive and victorious. Oh. This is a full fight, not a 1v1. Do a sound check. Fury of Galarian, let's see what moniker he earns for himself if he lives that long. I said, well, maybe small, but they are far from harmless. If you underestimate them, you'll bite your family jewels off. And outside some other spite wrapped up in tiny, ugly packages is Smugmug's wild gang of methods. I'll bite your nose off, you Galarian scum. I'm the wild and terrible Smugmug. Tremble before me.
It's time to act.
Oh, nice. I'm buffed.
You are my favorite aide. Then there will be no mysteries left. What a nightmare.
Anything else for cover casting?
Whatever comes next,
Require my
we'll be
counsel.
ready.
Anything new?
Eyes.
You're a good person.
I like you.
We should move.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
I'll take care of it.
Hi. GG Nori.
Surrender or else!
For the glory of the Oles clan!
I mean, this is gonna be a walk in the park, right? Oh. Embarrassing.
I will resist!
Don't hold back!
Retreat is not an option.
Too late for apologies.
Yeah? What's happening? Hey, who knows? Maybe someday he'll get a chance to fight against a member of the Endaline League once they start accepting methods into their ranks. What?
I'm gone. We do it my way.
We do it my way or the highway. I like being called the Method Slayer. I want to change my title. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. The crowd loves it, and that is all that matters to Mangoleth. You will remain the Method Slayer for as long as his audience finds it amusing. It is your idea for a joke where you're trying to humiliate me. Why did you put me up against such a ridiculous opponent? Your conversation is interrupted by an eccentric-looking demon with suspiciously bright eyes. Judging from the slur of his words, he's under the influence of some kind of mind-altering substance. Ha! Look at that, the Method Slayer. Train hard, boy, and maybe someday you'll be strong enough to fight a real Dretch. Seklex frowns in irritation. With an astonishing speed, he pulls a dagger from his sleeve and cuts the demon's throat in one swift, clean movement. The innocent demon gurgles, staring at the tiefling in surprise. He slowly sinks to the floor beneath the contentious gaze of his killer. The tiefling cleans his blade. With what is quite possibly the only handkerchief in the abyss, his face is pale and he looks slightly sick as he glances at the corpse. What a brute, he mutters quietly to himself. Then he turns to you. Please listen to me before you draw your weapon. This was an outrage, yes, but it wasn't my idea. It was done by Imargalet's orders. He came up with the brilliant idea to match you against a method. He thought the crowds would find it funny. I couldn't stop him, but I assure you this will never happen again. Quick as a flash, Seklex pulls a gold coin from his bag and places it into your hand. Here, this is for you. From now on, you can freely use the transportation arc that is located near the battle bliss. This one of the privileges afforded to the nearest gladiators. I demand a proper fight. Seklex closes the bag hastily to prevent the imp's agitated efforts to escape. And I promise that I will arrange a proper fight for you, but first I need you to do me a favor. I'll arrange a match for you against the Flayer twins. However, they were supposed to fight someone else. So I'll have to find them a replacement. Unfortunately, we don't have enough decent fighters left in the arena. I'd be very grateful if you could produce a new batch of gladiators for me. I'll recover the cost, of course. We were asked to kill those little methods, and we did. Now we're asked to do another bad thing. They do not see us as crusaders anymore. They see us as their own. I should buy these gladiators at the Flesh Market. Is there anything I'd let you know? I will not become a slave trader. Teklik frowns and exchanges glances with the imp as it peeks out of the bag. Why not? The survivality principles is the abyss. Scruples won't do any good here. In fact, I'd advise you to keep your morals on a tight leash if you want to survive, but fine. Not much should take them. I'll try to make sure you fight with the Flayer twins takes place as soon as possible. I'm ready to enter arena. The steward looks slightly worried but nods. As you wish, it will be a difficult fight. This opponent is more dangerous than the last one you faced. Make sure you're fully prepared before you enter the arena. However, if you win this fight, you'll be one step closer to earning your place in the Hindred League. Who's my opponent? The tiefling passes the bag absentmindedly. A scrawny paw emerges and holds up 2 fingers. Oh yeah, the Flayer twins, a dangerous duo with an impressive number of victories. Their reputation in the arena, so defeating them will bring you honor and prestige. However, you should remember that their stage name was given to them for a reason. I'm ready. So, who will they fight today? I'll give you a hint. They'll get under your skin. Oh yes, one day they decided to get under Gladiator's skin, so they killed one, flayed him, and wore his skin as a suit. Meet a duo makes all twins terrifying. Today they're going to dress themselves as in the heights of Golarian fashion, the Flayer twins. Ah, I'll make a pair of shoes out of you, you soft and spineless outsider. We'll see which contestants arrive and which ones decorated the arena with their dead bodies. Fighters, commence battle. Alright.
My skills are absolute.
What? What just happened?
You should have listened to reason.
Strike!
You've ruined my clothes. This suit used to be the skin of a respectable demon. Oh, whoops. Sister, remember me, I will wear your face as a mask. The Flayer twins are a duo no longer. It's time to think of a new nickname. That was weird.
Mind over muscle. Prepare yourself.
Whenever there is 4 padded armor hit by a single attack or attack opportunity, the attacker becomes most passive and be entangled. Ah. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, we got new. Oh, but Bismuth can't wear rings, I guess. A fight in the arena was far from fair, care to explain? The imp squeals angrily as he tries to get out of the bag. Seklex holds the bag shut, fighting to keep his belligerent companion inside. I swear it was Imargles' idea, as you should already know he's not a fan of fair fights. I regret that you've been caught in this trap. However, you held up well. You got talent. I may be able to arrange a match for you against a serious opponent. Maybe even the champion. I want to challenge the strongest fighter in the arena. Things don't work like that around here. Gelderfang only fights members of the Hindran League, and a fight with him is a big deal. After his last incident, Imargles strictly forbade him from entering the arena without permission. Gelderfang is his bodyguard, after all. If you want to fight the champion, you'll have to join the Hindran League, and there's only one way to do that, by killing another member of the league. But fighting a member of the League is a privilege. You have to earn the right to face them in battle. Now, I might be able to help you on that front, but first, you'll have to do me a favor. I want you to give a gift to our current champion. I'd like to send him the most beautiful succubi from the 10,000 Delights. I need you to make a deal with them, and convince them to provide their services to Gallifrey. If you do that, Gallifrey will be happy for me to arrange a fight between you and the League fighters without delay. The 10,000 Delights. Where can I find these succubi? There's a brothel in Mill City called the 10,000 Delights. It's run by succubi and it's located near the border of the Upper City. It's a magnificent palace of pleasure, however. You should be careful once you're in there. You'll want to keep track of your coin purse and the time. I've known demons who stopped in the brothel for a quick rendezvous and didn't come back until years later. I need the gold up front. The thiefling carefully counts out the gold coins and hands them over to you. This should compensate your expenses. I'm ready to enter the arena. I'm afraid you have to wait until I can find you a worthy opponent. However, you could use this time to assist me in the matter we spoke of earlier. Sure.
I'm off.
Goblin wheel, goblin deal. Should we take that bonus route to get up there? Should we just walk in? I don't know. I'll do the bonus route. What the hell?
A failure is just a step to a success. I agree.
Wait. Ow.
That was easy.
Embarrassing.
I do what I must. A trivial task.
Why is she barking? Why are you running?
Ha! A trivial task.
God damn it.
That was easy.
I finished here. Is there more?
I'm gone.
Muta Safin. This demon looks frail and sickly, especially in the comparison to the mighty entourage that surrounds him. His voice sounds dull and tired, but his demeanor is calm and self-assured. He clearly believes himself to be in full control of the situation. A mortal with mythic abilities. How fortunate that you have made your way into the abyss. Moreover, you have come to Alessandria, which makes things even more convenient for me. Yes, with a stroke of luck, you see, I need you to be my test subject. Who are you? The demon remains silent for a moment. Either he is hesitant to reveal his name, or he simply enjoys prolonging the suspense. I am Muta Safin. I am, at present, Hapsamira's most trusted alchemist. I am an urgent mission for her, as you can even guess what it is. Santry Wang was working on something similar in your world rule. Of course it was a mistake to entrust such work to someone who wasn't a demon. He did not fully appreciate the honor he had been given. No wonder his enhanced demons couldn't protect him. But it does not matter. I am superior to him in all respects, and I keep better pets. Greetings, fellow scientists. May I ask, what is your specialty? What experiments do you undertake at work? And in your spare time, would you like to conduct a joint experiment with me? Piss off. It's dangerous for such a valued scientist to stroll around Alessandria ambushing enemies. But Safin's voice remains flat and indifferent. Believe it or not, I'm in absolutely no danger. You need me to be what? Something to study, take apart, test. For the first time you hear enthusiasm in the demon's voice. You see, I actually like you very much, though I doubt my way of expressing it will bring you much enjoyment. I'm afraid that demons you have met previously have given you the wrong impression about our lead kind. You may think we only want to poison and destroy, especially when it comes to Crusaders and their leaders. But that's not who I am. I am a different breed. I love everything that is new, unexplored, and untested. And I'm quite positive that if I get enough of your blood and tissue, I can get something new and unique from them. Angels, for example, make excellent fuel for our machines. What uses could be found for such an unusual mortal? So are you going to attack me or... Yes, let's get started, shall we? He turns around. Servants, you don't have to take this specimen alive. I just need the body. Argona, your arrogance blinds you, demon. Do you think it will be easy for you to escape if things do not go your way? I thought demons are smarter and stronger in the Abyss, but that is certainly not the case with this demon. They say the gods cannot hear our prayers here in the Abyss, but perhaps they will hear you, frightened squeals, demon. What is that I hear? A friendly voice in the Abyss? What good fortune! More vivisection material. Excellent.
This will be quick!
Where the hell did this guy's come from? Ambarangwa, level 30 paladin, okay. Johanna's only level 12? Might regret this, but hey, when in Rome. I regret that.
Desna, guide my hand.
You should have run!
What? Every goddamn time this guy does anything, he is dismounted. So annoying. Let's do a weird. Nice. Pretty decent, I would say. Come on, Yaniel and Baranguea.
Make your peace.
That's true, actually. I must take my leave. No, you're gonna die, mate. What's happening? Why can't I teleport? Why? Nice.
Kneel before me.
There is not much Iomede's servants could do that would surprise me, but I did not expect to see you in the Abyss. What should I do with such a sudden gift? Deal with you on the spot? Or let you thrash around in agony?
Berengar nods to you casually. A stately gray-haired warrior straightens her shoulders proudly and tightens the grip on her sword. You better recognize Danielle as the woman you rescued from captivity.
Light shines brightest in the darkness, monster. You will be defeated in the Abyss, just as you were once defeated on Galarian.
What? What kind of creature are you? An angel? But you have the flesh of the Abyss.
Do you not remember me, monster? I am Targana, the Silver. I thank heaven for our meeting, for I will soon behold the death of the one who robbed me of my brother, Lariel.
Lario.
Now I understand. How hot the fire of your rage must be burning, Angel. One day you will learn that such fire can scorch you too.
What do you want from me?
I want your blood, your flesh, and your breath. I need you to whimper in pain and plead for mercy, and I will have all that and more from the servants of Iomade. But not today. I was not looking for you, but for Mutasafin.
Why do you need Mutasafen?
Do I really need to answer that? Well, I suppose there's no harm. Mutasafin is clever enough to work with Nahindrian crystals, and he is a demon. We can finally stop using former mortals like Xanther and Arilu as servants. I had a task for him. It's unfortunate that you interfered with my plans, but that's all right. They will soon come to pass anyway.
The paths of evil can be a strange labyrinth. They are not always rational or straightforward. The Echo of Discari himself could have been considered mortal. After all, the Demon Lord molded him from the souls of many mortal followers. Yet despite his origins, he still despises Xanther and Arilu.
What a shame I killed the demon you were looking for.
No, you did not. Mutasafin can't be killed, at least not by conventional methods. He's probably groveling at Hepzimira's feet by now, begging her not to punish him for wasting a few demons on such a stupid escapade. She will not be happy about that. Oh no, she most certainly will not.
What have you done with Eliandra, Echo? I'm sure you cannot wait to gloat.
I will say only one thing. My victim is still alive. But so much time has passed. I'll allow you to imagine the rest.
This is terrible news, but there is still some hope. If we can track down our enemy, we can discover where he is keeping his prisoner.
If you don't want to fight, then you can go your way and I'll go mine.
Begone, and hope we do not meet again. You will still perish in the abyss, but death by my hand will be far more painful than any other possible demise you might suffer here.
Our enemy is gone. However, the spell he cast gave me some insight into his movements. He retreats into a nearby portal and used it to teleport somewhere. I could not determine the precise location of the portal, but I'm sure we can find it. And when we do, we can discover where the Echo is hiding. Echo is cunning. It will be difficult to catch him off guard. Targora, how did you get here? Ah, yes, my radiant sister. My heart is gladdened by your presence, but I am also surprised to see you. How did you find us here? Why did you decide to come? You avoided me when I was in Dresden. It's a long story, and I would prefer not to speak openly about it here. It would be better to have this conversation in a safe place. This sort of thing even exists in the Abyss, but very briefly, I heard that you, Kiryu, were sent to the Abyss on a special mission, and I suddenly, as if I were awakened from a dream, I had to be preoccupied with my own grief that I had forgotten. What was important? Our enemies are not yet defeated, and there are many who still fight bravely on the front lines of the war. At that moment, I decided I should do whatever it takes to find you in the Abyss. Greetings, Kiryu. Do you remember snatching old Yanael from the clutch of that damned Minago? Well, a day in Dresden was enough for me to realize that I couldn't just leave. I'm not meant to live out the rest of my life in peace and safety. We all may fall, but once a paladin, always a paladin. I was lucky enough to meet Targona and begged her to take me with her into the Abyss, or to repay the debt I owe you. Commander, you tore me away from my hermit life and convinced me to rejoin the Crusade army, then decided to go to the Abyss and leave us all behind. I thought that was rather rude, so I followed you here. Perhaps my special warden powers, or whatever Targora calls them, will come in handy while we are in the Abyss, and if not, I will have my sword. It was not hard to travel into the Abyss, however, it was difficult to find you. Our prayers are not heard in this cursed place, and everything here is hostile to my power. But if it was our enemy who helped me, albeit unknowingly, I was able to follow the Echo's trail, and it led me here. How did the narrator, you say you've tracked the Echo? I did what I could. He was unable to utilize the traditional methods of demon transportation. The power of the Holy Wardens is almost identical to the power of the Ward Stones, so the Echo could not teleport away. It It was as if he was close to the real ward store. However, he still managed to elude my gaze. There is every indication that the portal is located nearby, and the power of the wardens does not affect such magical structures. Unfortunately, I do not know the exact location of this portal. We'll need to discuss how we can find it. This place that I know as the Nexus is where the Rift of the Midnight Fane leads into the collection of portals. We can meet there and discuss everything. That is a wise decision. Let us convene a council. We'll discuss what the enemy is planning and how we can find his lair. This guy was not very well equipped. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what being vulnerable actually does to you, but oh, we can look at the item, I guess. Okay, 50% more damage, good to know.
We do it my way.
We do it my way or the highway. Oh.
Follow if you dare.
Wait. Oh. We gotta find the teleporter so I can teleport out and bring the proper people in.
I'm off.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
I do what I must. A trivial task.
Decide already.
What? Oh, Rachel did the check for some reason. The hell? Why?
I'm gone.
I've embarrassed myself.
Oh my... What? Okay.
Ha! A trivial task.
Where did I just go? What did I just do? Whoops, my bad. Oh boy. I'm from where to go? Oh. Oh, Opera City. Whoops.
I finished here. Is there more?
Oh, this is also whenever the I just spell this is oh, so you could kind of maybe use that along with that one thing that does so when you damage your allies. They get like bonus attack damage or something. Together, that could be interesting, like a lightning strike or something. Lightning bolts.
We do it my way. Follow if you dare.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
How about you
I
hurt
will
this?
resist. Killing is what I was made for.
This one's mine.
I'll hit you!
I love when the fucking camera's following.
This will hurt!
Tell me, and I'll do it.
The mysterious runes are inscribed in the language of the Thanatotic Titans. Okay, interesting.
I'm off! I do what I must!
What?
I finished here. Is there more? I'm glad I was useful to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm gone.
That makes sense. What's happening here?
We do it my
That's
way.
the Method Slayer. Hell yeah, that's me. I beg you, kind sir, give me a moment of your time. Will that work? A thin Aasimar, good breeding apparently in every lot of described phrase that addresses you. Greetings and welcome to this dismal place. My name is Latwork, and I ask for your help. I beg you, show mercy, not towards me, but towards these young and innocent maidens. They are my wards, and they were unfortunately enough to be abducted by demons. Sarnir herself bestowed a revelation upon me, which prompted me to settle here and aid my brethren, doomed to a dark and cruel fate, but my strength is all but gone. I swear it, I need assistance now more than ever. Aasimar women drift out of the house, standing like silent shadows behind Latwork. The faces of many of the women are covered in scars, and their gazes are cold, as if numbered by suffering and despair. An Aasimar who lives freely in the abyss and just as freely performs good deeds. This may be the most suspicious activity I've seen in this parts. In this parts? These parts? I may be of assistance. Freeing enslaved Aasimars has become my trade, you see. These women are former captives whom I saved from the monster's clutches, and I protect them to the best of my ability. But I've heard a new shipment of slaves is about to arrive into the flesh markets, and there's nothing I can do to break their shackles. Please do it in my stead. Please buy their freedom and send the women here. I can see that you're travelers, that you are a traveler of means. A single act of kindness should not inconvenience you extensively, but will be forever in debt to your compassionate soul. But a kind and generous soul is a true rarity in the abyss. We ought to help him, champion, not just to save the poor slave women, but also to strengthen his faith in the righteousness of the path he has chosen. This guy's like, this guy's more of a sex expert than I am. How did these Aasimar women end up in the abyss? The abyss hungers for new slaves. It sends countless raiding parties to other planes to stave off its cravings. These poor young women were captured in Galarian. I've never seen anything viler than those rulers. Ruthless thrall hunters prowling in the search of defenseless victims, sniffing out the weak to enslave, clamping collars around their necks. Where can I find these captives? As far as I know, the thrall hunters were hired by a slave trader named Junk, a hideous demon utterly lacking in morals. I'm sure you'll find him at the flesh markets, gleefully counting the coins for selling his chattel. Why don't you buy their freedom yourself? The man sighs and throws up his hands. Alas, I simply cannot afford such an expense. My meager income is spent on buying the freedom of these poor souls. When demons see an Aasimar customer, they raise the prices and conspire to keep them from purchasing anyone. In their eyes, the glee of thwarting me is worth the lost profits. Why did they bring these Aasimar women to the Abyss? It pains me to say this, but I can think of only two options, and both are equally terrible. Perhaps they will be sold to the 10,000 Delights, a filthy whorehouse where the corrupt souls indulge in the most immoral and vulgar of pleasures. The other option is even worse. I've heard Shamira, the mistress of Alexandria, is a former celestial from the upper planes, who once served the Everlight. This partly explains Shamira's irrational hatred of Aasimars. Then she despises my kinfolk and takes them to her harem of ardent dreams, where she tortures them without mercy, and then she dines on their flesh. A monster. I can just help myself. The Aasimar throws up his hands in confusion. I fear there's little I can do to help, but please accept this gift. You have a martial look about you, and I have no doubt you'll make good use of it. The man hands you a flask with a healing potion, then hides his hands behind his back to show he does not expect payment for his generosity, and would refuse it if offered. May I spend a night in your home? I'm very sorry. I would gladly shelter you, but there is no room in my home. My wards and I barely have room as it is. We live in abject poverty. Moreover, the women need to feel safe as they can heal. They need to be surrounded by familiar faces and protected from even the slightest hint of danger. Letting armed strangers stay in our home would bring back traumatic memories, and it would be cruel under the circumstances. Please, accept my sincerest apologies. I have a few questions. I do not doubt this. You could hardly have expected to meet a member of my race in the Abyss. Besides, the very nature of my calling, which is dictated both by altruism and compassion, must seem strange and unnatural in this place. I'm used to questions and will gladly provide whatever answers I can. How do you survive in this place? Aasimar gives a stoic sigh. It isn't easy. My ancestry alone enrages demons and makes them want to try to do me harm. There have been numerous attempts in my life, and they have often tried to destroy the house where I sheltered my wards. Particularly, a strict ban on harming visitors from other planes may protect me from the claws and blades of my malevolent neighbors, but it is powerless to keep them from spitting at my feet, scrolling profanities on the walls of my house and endlessly plotting against me. What are you doing here? I had a relation sent by the merciful Siren Ray. I realized I must descend to this grim place and bear witness to its countless terrors that I might aid those in distress. When I first visited the flesh markets, I saw young women, my kin, locked up in cages. They had been abducted from a different plane and put up for sale like goods or livestock. So I immediately purchased their freedom and brought them here. I've been freeing Aasimar women who end up in Al-Shinra ever since. Wish I could do more. This place is teeming with tormented souls. But alas, there's limits to my ability. Not to mention my financial means. Why do you only help women? Because they're weaker. Their refinement, innocence, and beauty makes them an attractive target for derision and torment. At least a man can go down fighting when his patience runs out. Most of the young women I met were denied this final escape from the horror due to physical or spiritual weakness. Yeah, that's true. I get that. Like, this is one of those like situations that people get mad about, but you know, we're just like reality. Women are just weaker and can't defend themselves or protect themselves in any way, and the only way they can do anything is if a man helps them with it, right? Like, oh, controversial take. I don't care. It's just reality, guys. Just like this guy just said.